You've been looking for somewhere to go to. You've been trying to figure it out. And the reality is that it's easier than you think. This morning, I woke up as per normal. My morning routine is pretty similar every single day. I wake up, I thank God, I get a drink of water, and I go and get ready for the day, ready to go to the gym. And basically, one of the first things that I do every morning is I go and I pick up my daughter, Kaya. This morning, Kaya woke up a little bit late, and even though she woke up a little bit late, she woke up in a really good mood. She was very happy. I was playing with her, and at one point, I was watching her as she was getting ready for her day, whatever that means for her. She was just like playing, because the language of children is play. And as she was playing, she took a moment and she just looked up at me. And when she looked up at me this morning, there was an air of expectancy in her eyes. Something about her eyes and the way that she looked at me this time was different. She just looked at me like she expected something. My mind thought, what exactly could she be expecting? I mean, she's a baby, and as adults, we have expectations out of life and from people and from everything that we go through. But as a child, what could she possibly be expecting? And as time went on, as the moments continued, I realized what it was. She continued to look at me, and then slowly but surely, the expectations that I saw in her eyes began to roll out and began to show me exactly what it was that she had going in her mind. There was this look of wonder and awe that she had in her eyes as she looked up at me, and a smile slowly crept up her face as joy, or at least the expectation of joy, filled her heart as she looked at her dad. As I was slowly realizing it, that was when it immediately went into play. She jumped up into my arms and let her body go completely, fell on top of me, expecting me to catch her, but playing this game I know that she does now where she wants me to lift her up and play with her. That moment was crazy for me. It was inspiring because I knew that in that moment, my daughter knew that she could get what she expected out of me. What she expected was fun. What she expected was play. What she expected at that moment was to experience joy. And as she saw me, she said, I can get this from him. And she was right. She was right that she could get joy and she could get fun out of me. And that's what she got. We had a wonderful few minutes playing around, and then she went and continued playing with her toys and began her busy day. But those few moments were special because she laughed harder than she would have laughed with any toy. She enjoyed the moment more than she would with just a toy that she has. She looked to me for what she needed and for what she wanted. What my daughter wanted in that moment was connection, and I was able to give it to her. I was already looking at her. I was already watching her as she played. I was enjoying her as she enjoyed life because I love her and she's my daughter. And as I looked at her enjoying life and enjoying herself, it was enough for me. It brought joy to my heart. It made me happy, but it did not make me as happy as when she turned to me and looked at me with that look of expectation and said, I want to engage with you. I don't want to just engage with life. I want to engage life with you, my Father, and I want to enjoy it with you. So how do we connect this? It's simple, really. At that moment, what I thought of immediately was the fact that God watches us. God looks at you. God is watching your life unfold, and he looks at it with joy. He looks at it with expectation. He wants to be a part of it, and he watches you. But the key to unlocking everything is not the fact of whether God is watching or not, whether God is there or if God cares. It's when you look at him. Do you look at God with expectation? Do you ever seek and look up into the sky to seek him for what you are expecting from life? Or do you just kind of wish that things would happen for you? Do you look to God when you're in trouble? Do you look to God when you're in pain? Do you look to God when you expect joy out of life, when you want to laugh, when you want to feel deeply? Do you look to God at all? Well, I want to encourage you to look to God because he's looking at you. God is always watching. He looks at you tenderly as his child and wants desperately to connect with you. We don't lose out on relationship with God because he isn't looking. We lose out on it because we do not look to him. And you can change that. You can look to God today. You can grow closer to him. You can experience his joy. You can experience his fullness. This is a new form of content that we'll be having on the channel called the mini sermon, or we'll change the name later on. If you enjoyed it, I want you to like, subscribe, comment below, share with me what you enjoyed. I love having you guys here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below. I want to see if we can grow this channel into something special and have you guys be a part of this special community that I'm trying to build. I appreciate you all and want you to know that you are special to me. I'm looking to you to be a part of this. God bless you guys. Bye. Man, it's hot out here.